Cardi be sobbing bitterly after what Stefon Diggs just decided about the wedding. The room was silent in a way that felt unnatural, like even the air was holding its breath. Outside, the city hummed with its usual chaos, but inside, time seemed frozen. This was supposed to be a happy season. The fittings, the phone calls, the whispered dreams about a future written in gold. Instead, it became the moment everything cracked. For weeks, rumors had swirled. Fans noticed fewer appearances together. The smiles, once effortless, looked carefully rehearsed. Insiders claimed there were conversations, the kind that happen late at night when the world is quiet and the truth has nowhere left to hide. But no one expected this. The decision that changed everything. According to sources close to the couple, Cardi B had been fully immersed in wedding preparations, details down to the last candle, the last song, the last walk down the aisle. To her, the wedding wasn't just an event, it was a declaration. A line drawn between the chaos of the past and the promise of something lasting. Then came the decision. Stefon Diggs, after days of reflection and pressure from every angle imaginable, reportedly chose to pause the wedding plans. Not cancel, pause. A word that sounds gentle but lands like thunder when expectations are sky high. He wanted time. Time to breathe. Time to make sure the next step was taken for the right reasons, not because the world was watching. When later feels like never. Those close to Cardi say the moment she heard, the composure fell apart. Tears came fast and unfiltered, sobbing, the kind that shakes your chest and leaves your hands trembling. This wasn't about a date on a calendar. It was about trust. About certainty. About feeling chosen without hesitation. She had imagined the walk. The music swelling. The look in his eyes when he saw her. Now, every image replayed itself and dissolved, over and over again. Friends tried to comfort her, reminding her that pauses don't always mean endings. But when you've already given your heart permission to believe, even a pause can feel like rejection. The pressure no one sees. Behind the scenes, the pressure had been immense. Two global figures, two massive fanbases, and a relationship lived under a microscope. Every step scrutinized. Every smile analyzed. For Stefon, the decision was about stability, about ensuring that love didn't get swallowed by expectations and headlines. For Cardi, it felt like the rug had been pulled out from under a dream she had already started living in. Sources say Stefon tried to explain, to reassure her that love was still there, that the future wasn't being erased, just delayed. But emotions don't operate on logic. When hearts collide with uncertainty, pain doesn't wait for clarification. Fans react, shock, support, and silence. The internet, of course, exploded. Some fans rallied behind Cardi, posting messages of love and strength, calling her brave and real for feeling deeply. Others defended Stefon, saying taking time before a lifelong commitment is responsible, not cruel. And then there were those who simply watched in silence, sensing that this was one of those moments that didn't belong to the public, even if it unfolded there. What happens now? As of now, nothing is over. The wedding hasn't been cancelled. The relationship hasn't been declared finished. But something has undeniably shifted. Trust must be rebuilt. Conversations must go deeper. And healing, real healing, takes time. For Cardi, the tears weren't just about a wedding decision. They were about vulnerability. About opening her heart and finding it suddenly exposed to doubt. For Stefon, the choice was about protecting a future he still believes in, one he wants to enter fully ready, not rushed. Sometimes, love isn't tested by betrayal or distance, but by timing. And right now, timing is the question no one can answer. One thing is certain, this decision has changed the story. Whether it becomes a heartbreaking turning point or the painful pause before a stronger reunion, only time will tell. Here's a very long, high-drama, viral-style fictional story, perfect for your channel backhand index pointing down. Purely for entertainment purposes. Cardi B sobbing bitterly after what Stefon Diggs just decided about their wedding. No one expected this. Not the fans. Not the blogs. And certainly not Cardi B. For weeks, everything had pointed toward one conclusion: a fairytale wedding was coming. The rumors were everywhere. Secret fittings. Private meetings with planners. Close friends flying in and out quietly. Even subtle social media hints that fans dissected frame by frame. The internet was already calling it the wedding of the year. But behind the scenes, something was breaking. The night everything changed. According to sources close to the couple, it all came to a head during a private conversation late one evening. No cameras. No glam. No entourage. Just the two of them and a decision that would change everything. Cardi reportedly walked into the room smiling, excited, already talking about details. The flowers. The music. The moment she would walk down the aisle. That's when Stefon stopped her. Not gently. Not casually. But seriously. He sat her down. And then he said the words no one expected him to say. "I can't do it like this." Stefon Diggs, usually confident and composed, allegedly told Cardi that he wasn't ready to move forward with the wedding as planned. Not because he didn't love her. Not because he wanted to walk away. But because he felt something was wrong. Sources say he expressed concerns about timing, pressure, and the weight of expectations. The spotlight. The noise. The feeling that the wedding had become more about the world watching than about them. And that's when Cardi broke. Cardi B collapses into tears. Witnesses say Cardi went silent at first. No yelling. No jokes. No signature laugh. Just silence. Then the tears came. Not the kind you wipe away quickly. Not the kind you hide. But deep, uncontrollable sobbing. She reportedly covered her face, shaking, struggling to even breathe as the reality of what he was saying sank in. For Cardi, this wasn't just a wedding plan. This was security. This was commitment. This was proof that everything she'd fought through in love hadn't been for nothing. And now, it felt like it was slipping away. "Do you know what this means to me?" Sources claim Cardi asked him that exact question through tears. To her, the wedding symbolized stability after years of emotional chaos. After public heartbreak. After trust issues played out in front of millions. She believed this moment was finally hers. Stefon, however, stayed firm. He reportedly said he didn't want to rush something sacred and later regret it. That he wanted the marriage to last forever, not just look perfect for one day. But those words didn't soften the blow. Fans noticed something is wrong. Within hours, fans started noticing changes. Cardi went silent on social media. No posts. No stories. No jokes. Meanwhile, Stefon shared a cryptic message about protecting peace and doing things the right way, not the fast way. The internet exploded. Did he cancel the wedding? Are they breaking up? Why does Cardi look devastated? Fan theories spiraled out of control. The emotional aftermath. Behind closed doors, Cardi was reportedly inconsolable. She cried to friends. She replayed the conversation over and over. She questioned herself. Was she too excited? Too public? Too hopeful? Sources say she felt embarrassed, heartbroken, and blindsided. Not because Stefon didn't love her, but because the future she saw so clearly suddenly became uncertain. Meanwhile, Stefon was said to be struggling too. Friends claim he hated seeing her in pain, but believed postponing or changing the wedding decision was better than walking into a marriage with doubts. Love on pause. As of now, insiders say the couple has not officially ended things. But the wedding? It's no longer certain. Plans may be paused. Dates may be changed. Expectations may be reset. And Cardi? She's taking time away from the noise, focusing on healing, and trying to understand whether love means pushing forward or stepping back. A decision that shook everything. This wasn't a breakup announcement. It wasn't a cheating scandal. It was something quieter, and somehow more painful. A decision about timing. About readiness. About forever. And for Cardi B, it meant sitting alone with tears, realizing that even when love is real, the future doesn't always arrive the way you imagine it.
난 구름 위를 날고 있어. 아래엔 간혹 도시가 보이곤 해. 그 도시에는 또 다른 내가 하늘에 떠가는 비행기를 올려다보고 있겠지. 난 하늘을 보고 또 다른 나는 아래를 쳐다보고 있겠지. 묘한 짜릿함 그 속에 머물다 보면 어느새 제주행 비행 신비한 세계로 나를 이끌고 거짓말처럼 하늘을 날며 어느새 제주 바다가 내게로 와 있네. 난 하늘을 보고 또 다른 나는 아래를 쳐다보고 있겠지. 묘한 짜릿함 그 속에 머물다 보면 어느새 제주행 비행 신비한 세계로 나를 이끌고 거짓말처럼 하늘을 날며 어느새 제주 바다가 내게로 와 있네. 난 구름 위를 날고 있어. 아래엔 간혹 도시가 보이곤 해. 그 도시에는 또 다른 내가 하늘에 떠가는 비행기를 올려다보고 있겠지. 난 쳐다